East Texas, West Texas, Dallas, Houston, Central Texas. You are now tuned in to CTX Sports Saga, the #1 place for youth sports recaps, news, predictions, all that other good stuff dealing with all the youth. Because you know the youth is the future. Exposure that kids need. Let's go.
Yo, what up, man? How y'all doing? What up, Saga? How y'all doing, man? Hold on, let me get my boy. Where my boss? There he is. Darkness.
Darkness.
What's up, Darkness? Mike 1212, man. Hey, if y'all are in here,
Darkness.
and I don't think we got a copyright ban tonight, bro.
Hey. I just seen one that just got approved the other day. Like, what is going on?
No, it's crazy. Like, when they see it, they're like, "Oh, that's not copyright." I get tagged for it every time. What up, Saga fans? How y'all doing, man? Everybody can hear me loud and clear. Bo, what up, man? D, what up? So we got some people falling up in here, man. Big ups to the people that jumping in here from YouTube. If y'all jumping in here, yeah, make sure y'all tap that like button. Drop a comment in here if you're coming live from YouTube, man. We got stuff to talk about tonight, man. We got some good stuff to talk about tonight, man. I'm excited about it. We got the Chiefs trip to Florida. We got Holiday Bowl results. We got showcase stuff. We got what else? We got some on there. Touchdown kickoff info. I'm missing something. What else am I missing, bro?
Well, matter of fact, I need to get on that flyer person to give me my consistent battle flyer. But we're gonna have two different ones. I'm about to go get one from Polite's guy, so we can get one of them cool graphic, motion flyers going for the concession stand. But that's it, man. Showcase. Nationals, we'll talk about all the Nationals. We'll touch on the Nationals down there at Battle. We'll touch on Holiday Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The winners got those rings with great experience. What are the future plans for the Holiday Bowl?
They look bright. Let's just say that, man. They look crazy bright because
Yes.
I'll tell you what, that was a very, very well put together tournament, especially for it being the first style tournament. Obviously, it had a small couple kinks in it, but overall, man, Rick Ott, if you're in here, you and your Colts family, man, appreciate it. Very good, very well put together. And again, the only thing we heard rumors of possibly moving it so we can get more participation. But yeah,
I
man,
think we have both. I think we can have both. I think we can have a preseason and postseason. And when we talk about our trip to Florida, it will also tie in to the Holiday Bowl.
yeah,
So
definitely,
there you go. We'll
definitely.
have that little tracker on first take. Still to come. There you go. Still to come.
Exactly, man. Hey, V is absolutely right, man. I was a huge supporter uh, of the Chiefs, man, and I was happy every time y'all won. I was happy every time I asked the question of where y'all were from. Those kids were doing a good job, man. I still, to this day, you'll see it on my page. You'll see it on the Sagas page. I'm absolutely proud of all those kids that went down there and represented um, Central Texas as the Clean Cove Chiefs. And you'll never hear me say that again until next season if they make it to Nationals. There it is. Boom. It was a one-time thing. I do it for the kids. Do it for the kids. See, look, hey, this is what we do, man. When we're out of town, bro, we come together, man. Like Marty said, he was sitting there yelling at the TV too. So that's what we do, man. 5 OTs, you will go down that list, man. But 5 OTs, bro, for 8U team, that's absolutely, I mean, crazy to think that kids haven't gave up after 5 overtimes. And just that simple, man. So big ups to you guys, man. Again, number 2 in the nation, if you want to say that to you. Um, hey, they're still number 1 to us, man. Again, those kids represented our town proudly and loudly. So, and they travel well. They travel well down there too. So, uh, big ups to all y'all, man. Hope everybody had a good, safe trip back. If y'all are getting flying back or getting back in or still on the road, be safe. Don't be watching this and driving. Listen to it and drive. Still drop a like button though. Hey man, so how about we just start off at the top, man? Let's just start off with everybody want to hear, right? The experience from Florida. What's up?
Oh man. I appreciate my co-host because I definitely want to give him a shout out because he called and checked on me first to see if I even want to do the show, man. Men have feelings too, man.
Facts.
Today was a hard day, man, and it's not about the wins or losses for me, man. Of course, the kids are kind of getting back to normal, man, but that one hurts because in a sense, you feel like you failed the kids. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Because it's really, and grown-ups like to do this a lot. Well, the kids got to play. The kids do have to play the game, but we have a very important role of helping them win that game.
Right.
Uh, and it hurts so much because I felt like it was ours to take, and I think what it could have done for the area, man, was bigger than football alone, man. I think it was something. If you were watching any of the lives throughout the week, bro, even before I got out there, the love that was coming from all facets of the area. Uh, when July comes around, we're not going to see that again. You know what I mean? So to be in that moment and to have that camaraderie, uh, and even if you weren't watching with the right intentions, that's the 1%. The 99% was genuinely watching and rooting for those kids for that area, man. And uh,
Yep.
on all 3 age levels, I'm proud of the showing. I'm proud of the parents for their love and support. I'm proud of just the overall experience, man. And like I said, it's not, in some people's mind, it's not measured up to, other nationals, but it's the nationals for a reason, man. There were some tough ass teams out there. I'm not just saying that because I was there. I would give you the real Saga. If we went out there and it was just a bunch of trash teams, I would tell you, well, hey, Next postseason, we're looking for something else to do because that was trash. No, not at all. Whole different vibe from every different team. You got to see different styles of play, but one thing that remained the same on 8U, 10U, and 12U: line play and physicality and aggressiveness. And every game was there. Uh, and we can run down the path, man. 12U, man. Let's start there. They had a bit of a rough go at it. They ran into a the first loss was like a fundamentally sound team, and then the second loss was we definitely got to do some investigating because on the other side and coaches we have been talking, they played a team from South Carolina, man. That was woo. Will listen, I think every 12U in this area would have struggled with that team.
Was
You
it
want
just pure size or was it
oh
talent?
the when you have kind of like your 12U Jets, but they were big and fast. So to have size and still have speed, that means you can cover the whole field,
Field,
right?
yeah. Yep.
And just the nastiness that they played with, and it's not like dirty play. It's just the aggression they played with. Like I said, the shit. Even the 12U Jets, that would have been a matchup. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
that age group is kind of the standard around here for the 12U. Uh, but the overall experience for those kids, I think, is only gonna make them better because, like I said, they're a bottom of the age group. Uh, so that means next year, man, they're gonna have to go out there and do it.
And do it.
10U,
Yeah, yeah.
man, 10U. You know the cult like following Coach Saban has, the Black Saban has with that group, man. And that cult was strong, man. So you had that cult with our 8U and 12U supporting them, man. They played how y'all have seen here play. Uh, and it was a great experience, man, to see those kids shine. Shout out to Jamarcus Nails, who,
About to
hands
say.
down, if you've seen the last live before the bracket play game, I got to see their other game, bro. Hands down, a lot of those kids played great on that team. We don't usually like to single kids out, but when they play this well, he
This
was on
well. Yeah.
fire, bro. He from defense to making every tackle, he looked like Devin White, sideline to sideline. And then everybody said Derrick Henry. No, Derrick Henry is monstrous, like
Compared.
6'3", 270 pounds. Jamarcus was running like a little like Leonard Fournette was in his prime at LSU,
Just
running
straight
people
downhill.
over,
Yeah.
downhill, fast, and just with the meanest of intentions you can have, man.
Well, that's
Uh,
good. That's what you want, especially
yeah,
out of town, out of the system. I hate to say it this way, but it's time to show out. Like show out, show off. You know what I mean?
right.
So definitely something that we wanna keep pushing and whatnot. 12U again ran across some dogs. We saw that we ran. I mean, we could see from the camera that some of those teams was just purely outsized. I mean, that's just how you want to say it that way. It was just purely
Yeah.
outsized. But they also had some key injuries, man, going to that last game. That
And
gives
I
some
was about
guys.
yeah, I was about to touch on that here at the end after the wrap up, man. And then 10U got to the semifinals, man, with a great run, end up finishing third. They just ran into, and I said it multiple times on the live. I wish if you look at the game the day before, that team, they were physical, but they were a little bit more, they're habitual line steppers. Once the whistles blow, they're gonna smash your face in the grass. This team was none of that. They
None.
were fundamental, well coached, and when you put that with the type of aggression that we usually see here in Texas, that's a winning success, right?
Right, right.
And like I said, they were dealing with some injuries also. We're gonna tie all that in, man, and then you man went undefeated all the way, and the biggest thing that I'm so proud of these boys about, man, is they didn't have a blowout game. They had one, a 19-0 game. They
Right.
grinded out every single win.
Hold on one second, Bert. Hey, Brandon, I see you in the queue, bro. Give me a second. I'll bring you on here in a second. All right, bro. Yeah, go
Uh,
ahead, man. Sorry.
they grinded out every single win. The first game off the rip, they had to win in overtime.
Mm.
I think the challenges they went through this year, along with the 10U doing what they did, I think fully prepared them to learn how to grind out wins. Hence, we talk about the game of the week, 5 overtimes. That's why it took 5 overtimes, because those
Yep.
kids knew how to
Tough.
grind. They knew
Tough.
how to grind, man.
Yep.
And Will always brings up the weather, but it plays a factor. It's something
Right.
we did think about going to Florida, all age levels prior to. It was supposed to be a little bit cooler. Well, the weather switched up about Friday.
Mm.
Somehow I brought the hotness with me, because when I got off the plane, it was 85 degrees, 1,000% humidity, and it was affecting games. Because, like
Mm.
I said, that's if you talk to Coach KJ, he really feels like if they would have been able to manage that first half a little bit better, they would have overtaken the game, because the other team had 7 kids out from heat exhaustion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I said
Yeah.
it during one of the lives. I said, man, hey, it's a lot of kids with their hands on their knees. Like
Hmm.
first quarter, a lot of hands on their knees, man. And again, I knew the weather was playing a factor. Obviously, I wasn't there, so I didn't feel it. But I mean, I could just tell by the environment and everything around, like, hey, a lot of hands on the knees. First quarter, mind you, these aren't 40, 50-yard runs. Like we're talking
No,
4
3 and
yards
4 yards
a
a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that's what made that 8U game so good, man. You can think of any defensive matchup to compare it to, those old LSU Alabama games,
right.
old school Raiders and whoever games. It was one of those, man. Nobody was giving up an inch.
Yeah.
And finally, at that last overtime, the camel broke the back. But I just want to say all the age groups were proud of. The age group I coach, man. I couldn't be more proud. My heart is broken, but that Macon team afterwards, they're the defending national champs.
Yep.
Afterwards, the coach stopped me and was like, "Bro, we'll play you anytime, anywhere. You just let me know." He said, "Because I knew y'all were good because we played them earlier in pool play." He said, "I just thought we were rusty because we had just got down here." He said, "This let me know that y'all the real deal." He said, "We've been watching all your games in pool play." He's like, "Bro, be proud of those boys." That's not nothing you want to hear after you just
And
lost it in
that's
5
crazy.
overtimes.
And that's what's crazy, bro, because I was telling this and I was so proud of to be, again, back here in Texas for being recognized that, a lot of those coaches, A, followed the page, and then B, were saying, yeah, we've never like where are you from, right? Of course, obviously everybody's like, Houston, Dallas, that what is it, the Delaware team said they had flew down to
Yeah,
Houston to play somebody or whatever, right? But they never knew that this was this kind of competition in this area. And to me, that's a huge compliment. You know what I mean? Like, regardless if they know the saga or not, like to me, that's a huge compliment. And the Chiefs were the forefront of it, right? We want to bring this attention here. We want these other states. And mind you, as we talked about, those coaches said, hey, come spring, hit us up. We will fly down there.
yes.
We will come down there and we will scrimmage y'all because if this is the talent that y'all got in that area, set it up.
That was the tie-in to the Holiday Bowl. It
Yep.
wasn't just them. It was the the mean, nasty, borderline, habitual line stepping team that KJ and them played. They want to come down. The New Jersey team wants to come down, and that Georgia AU team. I know, because it was so back and forth. It makes it seem like, well, maybe they're just on AAU level. No, I'm not just saying that because we played them. I just know football, bro. And this is no shot at anybody. I just want you to know what type of team we went up against. That team will come down here and skull drug the majority of the AU teams in this area.
Hmm. No, I mean,
And
if you're
that's not me popping my shit. That's me just saying, like, the type of game it was, and to be able to be in it and hold them also to not scoring. You know what I mean? To the very end. And they said, if this is what y'all got in that area, if y'all
we
have a
won.
preseason tournament, we want in.
Right. That's
And
exactly
like
right.
I said, the New Jersey team and the South Carolina team that KJ and them played said the same thing. And the Delaware team, yes,
Delaware.
I
Yep.
got the Delaware coach, AU coach, and they had monstrous boys. I'm talking about, they look like TNS on 8U, bro. Monstrous. They almost beat the team we played in the finals by just 3 and 4 yards a pop and leaning on them. They said, bro, if you can find us hotels and you can take care of the hotels, we'll take care of the flights. We'll come to Central Texas.
Yep.
I said, bro, that's too easy. That's too
Easy money,
easy.
especially around here when we got all these empty hotels.
And that helps everybody as a whole.
Yep.
If we can give that 8U team we just played to play like the Panthers to get them ready for the season. We bring that Delaware team down to let them play the Vipers. Let them get ready for the season.
How you do that though is with pool play. Like you let that in there with pool play tournaments because everybody get a taste of something, and that's what you need. That's what we need. I don't want to get into the whole preseason tournament, and again, it goes back. Everybody's worried about wins and losses. No. Variety of teams and getting work. Like,
we had a plan prior to the season behind the scenes. Everybody's like, "Oh, the Chiefs are going to Round Rock." Because the end goal was to get to Florida,
right?
And we knew if we were going to have any success down there, we got to get some action. And like I've told everybody all year, that Vipers loss for that 8U team was the best thing that ever happened to them. There is such thing as teams peaking too early, and that team hadn't peaked after that loss. It really turned a lot of things around. So that's a shout out to the coaching staff. That's a shout out to Nate. Shout out to Brandon, Henry, Benito, Polo. That's a shout out to that staff, man. And I say that we traveled well, but the whole time, and this is how crazy CTX over everybody thinking, the whole time we're deep down there. But the whole time in the back of my mind in this championship game, I'm thinking like, damn, what happened if, like, let's say on different age groups, the Vipers, the Knights, or the Panthers would have won? How deep these stands would have been. We would have had this thing. We already had it rocking. We would have had it rocking.
Yep. That's what everybody was saying again, especially for y'all's last game where you have 5, 6, 7 other teams watching this. Granted, it was a bonus game, as we say, but I mean, they were highly impressed. Everything I heard from all the coaches that just joined the Saga from other places, again, highly impressed to see 8U kids, not 12U kids, but 8U kids banging for 5 overtimes. That's impressive to me,
bro. Man. And every time we would overtime would end, and we'd go out there to give them water and look at them. Mm-hmm. Of course, they were a little bit winded, but we could see in their eyes, like, bro, we're not bending. They're going to have to really beat us.
Yep.
That you could tell. And like I said, it just goes back to early in the year.
Man, look.
I had you in the queue for a while. My bad, man.
You good, bro. Look, this is what it came down to. We went out there not just to be like, hey, the Chiefs is out here. We may have been the face while we was there, but we came down there and repped all of Central Texas. Everybody.
Absolutely.
We came down there to put everybody on the map because we always talk about all the things we want to do for the area, but when it comes down to it, a lot of us don't go out there and do it. So what we do, we went out there and we shouted out all of Central Texas, and we told her, hey, look, this is the talent we got. We willing to go bang with anybody in the nation at any point in time, and let's come down here and let's do this now.
Yeah. No,
I told the Macon coach. He said the Macon coach said, "Man, you set it up. Give us a day early so we can come. We want a rematch."
I said, "No." The Macon coach that said that to us, man, because he was saying, he said something about, and this is compliments to one of y'all's coaches. I don't know. He said the name, but I can't remember. And he was saying that, like, if there's more teams like this in the area.
I told him. I said, you ain't gonna get us. I'm gonna get Waco on you.
That's what he was saying. And I was like, again, to hear that, to not be down there, man. And this is a point I want to stamp out to you guys, man. To not be down there and hear that, like, that brings that lets us know we are tighter than we think we are, right? We ain't gonna sit in this area and do all that because, again, there's a lot more work in this area. Even though they're not all on my team, all on your team, all on Southern Panthers, we can invite these other teams in here to get good work. Like,
and it wasn't even just that. I seen a lot of, on Facebook, a lot of support that the city and the area overall was giving to us. People saying they're yelling at their TVs and all kind of stuff. People yelling in salons and so that lets me know when people say, "Oh, we can't come together," we really can. we just got to put a product out there that everybody can see and get behind.
That's it, man. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Y'all did a great job representing Central Texas, and I'm appreciative for. I know we're gonna try, as the Jets community, we're gonna try to bring a lot more attention back to Central Texas as well. Obviously, you guys stepping out. Waco Southern going to Vegas is going to do the same thing. Me and Cleo were kind of wrapping it up yesterday with Gamble. Talking that talk, and they got the same game plan as y'all do. You know what I mean? Go down there, show these boys who we is. We ain't playing nothing. Y'all took the East Coast, boom, they going to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to let everybody know what's going on here in Central Texas. And that's what we want, man. We want to get these teams a platform, whether it's the Saga or somebody's homepage, whatever. Hit us up. Come fall ball, come, spring. We'll call you.
One thing I want to do, bro. I want to say it right now. Man, I have got to shout out Bert's wife, Sophia. Man, when I say Sophia she left Central Texas, went down there and was the medic, team mom, damn photographer, everything. Hey, look, Sophia did it all. Then had to deal with 5 boys while she was down there by herself till Bert got there. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, shout out to Sophia. Man. Shout out to our team moms also that, man, shout out to everybody, especially our team moms right now, because they held those boys down for, like you said, for those 5 overtimes, then stayed after games to help hold down the other teams that were playing. So,
hey, we're one, man. We're all one, bro. So I'm going to say it out here. Appreciate all the team moms, all the parents. Let's just wrap it up and say all the support, period. If you went down there, if you tuned into it live, if you shared the live, appreciate the support. I saw that, Burke. I looked at the views on the YouTube page for the 8U game.
It was the most highly rated.
The most views and highly rated stream of the day in national championship game. So again, attention to Killeen Cove. This is what we want. This is what we want people to come and look at. I'm grateful for you guys, man. I appreciate you guys going there and banging out. And again, keep those boys ready, get them to the next level, man. So,
hey, Waco, hey, I'm about to get off here. I gotta go deal with my kid. But hey, Waco, do y'all thing while y'all down there and represent, baby.
Straight up. All right, B. Hey,
now I told the Jersey guy that said he wanted to come down here. I told him, don't worry, I'll sick the Jets on you. So you ain't gonna get no rematch right off the bat. Come see our homies first.
Yeah. Hey, we definitely want any of that smoke to come this way, coming down to the off season. Again, that's what we want. We want to try to bring everybody back this way, so that everybody can get a taste of some and what we got here. And hey, the one thing I saw too, man, was this football style difference was like totally different. If you wanted to say, we run a lot of things out of shotgun, RPO. They didn't. Some of their stuff was, quick hits and outs, and
that's it. They 3-4 yards a pop, and that's when the coaches was telling us, and the Macon coach, because they had the speed to match ours, but they also said we knew you had the speed to match us. So we felt like the only way we were ever going to get anything was to try to pound it. But yeah, you're right, especially from the East Coast teams.
Yep.
It's all about beef stew, baby. Hey, they 3-4 yards a pop.
Beef stew.
3-4 yards a pop, man.
Get behind the trenches and go, man. Get behind the trenches and go.
And the nastiness that they do it with is hey, we welcome it. KJ, it seemed like all the teams KJ's, because KJ got that track team. Every team they played, they thought they were fast, and it was like, oh shoot. Okay, let's go to bully ball.
Let's get back. Yeah, man. I think the key of the Chiefs, especially 10U and 8U, was defense. Their defense stepped up, dude. That's really what it boils down to. So, again, congrats to those teams, man. Keep working these kids. 7-on-7's coming up. We got some other things working in the mix. There's a lot of off-season tournaments if you want to be involved. Again, please try to get these kids out to showcase if they can. We're still trying to put a magnificent team together to go down south and play. We didn't have a huge turnout here in Hewitt. We did get some new kids that came out to Hewitt, but we didn't get a huge turnout. Kendrick, I think, just put another one out that said December 18th. Joe, if you're in here, let me know if I'm wrong, but I think it said December 18th.
Will's going to give you the politically correct answer because he has to. We've already talked about this. We're going to good cop, bad cop this. So now he's giving you the show version. I'm going to give you the real version. Not many kids are showing up. Get those kids out to this showcase tryout. I know everybody's been up and around and down and here and there and everywhere. Get the kids out to showcase tryouts and let's put a quality product on the field.
Yep.
There's willing and able coaches ready to help out. Like I said, I've given you my personal opinion. So for me to get on here and say go try out, if you haven't experienced it once, it's worth experiencing it once.
Great chance time. Yep. Agreed. I think you'll see a lot of acceleration in Showcase too, man. The learning styles, how quick you got to catch on to things, and again, the competition, because there is somebody sitting on the sideline ready to take your spot. So I think that's something that kids need, man. So again, December 18th, Freedom Park, Temple, 10 to 12. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. 10 to 12? I didn't even look at 10 to 12. All right. So again, if you can get out there for that, man, please, if you need any information, hit up Kendrick, Coach Joe. They got a flyer floating around, man. I think we'll put it on the page if we haven't already. Have we put it on the page? I don't know. Admins, did we put it on the page already? Okay.
We'll get it. We'll share it again. We'll share it every day this week just so we can get more people to do it, man. Before we get into the next topic, hey, shout out to Bass. Bass moves like a silent assassin through the night. He don't like to tell people what he's doing, but a random post just popped up on my timeline, so I shared it to the Saga yesterday, man. Shout out to the Grey Wolves track participating in their first indoor track meet. I don't have a date. I haven't caught up with Bass because I just got back home, but I will catch up with him and make sure you get the information on indoor track, especially if you have a track kid who doesn't do any other sports. Indoor track is amazing and keeps them going. So shout out to Bass, man. And the new uniforms, as always, something the Grey Wolves is known for. They always gonna look good. So shout out to Bass and that Grey Wolf track.
Agreed, man. Hey, big ups, Bass. I see you doing your thing, getting started early, man, with the indoor track. Again, if you guys want to be involved with that, man, make sure you hit up Bass or the CTX Junior Grey Wolves track and field page. That gets you all the information. Again, open. What you got?
Oh, Flames. That is my family.
That's what I was going
Flames
for.
are out there. Yeah. Flames is out there. Vipers, they're out there. There's other ones in this area that I'm going to get all the names to. The only other one I know is the Roadrunners. But there are other Central Texas track teams out here other than the main three that we know in the Jets doing track?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Is this an announcement?
Is this an announcement right there? Let me know. Is this open enrollment announcement, bro? Or maybe we just repping JETS. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with both. Let me know.
Hey, so Vipers, Grey Wolves, Flames. There's a lot of great communities in the track community to go from. Like I said, me personally, my family, we're Flames for life. But I also have some of my good friends who are over there with the Vipers who loved it. They're coming back this year. I also got friends over at the Grey Wolves who love it. So you find out which environment is great, fits you and your child, and get them out there, especially you football guys. If your kid's not playing basketball or baseball, they need to be in track, especially those skill guys. Or if they're not doing 7-on-7, track. Listen, track.
Hey, get it in, man. Again, I think my kids will be involved in track this year for sure. But definitely, man, there's tons of organizations out here for track, basketball, all that stuff to get your kids active after football season or while there's downtime in football season. So please find a way. A lot of training camps out here too, man. So if you still looking to enhance your kids, get they need.
This week, we are going to be on that heavy. I know Coach Z, who coaches with our 12U, has his own lineman and speed and agility for the rest of the kids. Our favorite sponsor in the world, Bo, is starting up his lineman training. We're going to start sharing that more.
Lineman registration is open too.
Yes.
Already coming from Rome. Lineman
Yes.
youth is already open out. So again,
That receiver training that I just found out about today,
yep,
CG3 training is still in the area.
yep,
Whatever off-season training we have in this area, we're not going to put any personal opinions on anybody's training or who goes with what. Who we're going to put it out, get it out there. Don't say, "Well, I didn't know it was in the area. That's why I had to drive to Austin." The
yep,
area is starting to get filled with this type of training. I train you.
yep.
Who else?
Cool.
There's a lot, and we're gonna
Yeah,
start
there's a lot.
sharing the crap out of it.
Yeah, we need to. Man, I still need to put that on my list to do, bro. We need to make that link tree. I forget about all that stuff. I'll be forgetting. But we'll get it out. We'll get it out. I'll make sure I get it written down and put that on my to-do list. I've been kind of busy, but oh well, we'll make it happen. Hey, while we're still on the subject of off-topic subjects, let's not forget that the 6th and 8th grade FBU will be traveling back to Florida. In Naples, right? Naples, Florida.
Yeah, and Naples is down there close to. I had to look it up today because I forgot. Some of the Chief kids weren't coming back. I was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Oh, FBU." And I looked. I said, "Well, how far from Orlando? 4 hours away, but it's down on the beach and like the most pristine part of Florida. You know, Florida is like,
Yeah,
we all look at Florida in a different way, but they're out there on the beach, man. I'm gonna text KJ tonight. Maybe Marty can tell us. Hopefully, we can get some streams so we can share and support those kids. Marty, check into that for us, please.
Yes, any parents that are in here watching this that are being Naples with their kid, and if you can help us help the rest of Central Texas and stream these games for us, we'll get you linked in. Just message us. We'll get you tied in with how to get it to our page. What's the best way to get it to our page? You know what I mean? You may have admin down there who can help out as well too, but he's gonna be coaching, but he'll probably cover some of the other games for us. So again, if you're a parent in the stands that can help,
we're not leaving this up for debate. If they do, and because FBU and they have some big sponsors, I'm kind of thinking they're going to have their own stream. If they do not, there is no option. We want to support these boys. We want to follow the action.
Facts.
Somebody's going to do the stream, so we're not leaving it up for a debate or none of that. Please, Marty, figure that out for us on your end. And we will do the other part of making sure everybody gets eyes on these boys and what they do, because like this is a special group, man. 2028 special group. So
yeah, I'm with it, man, and definitely some dogs. So hey, again, make sure we can get that. He said we're getting that second line when we get back.
Yes, I told you win it all, baby. I've already made the call. I've got it set up. I just got to go look at the permits.
Hey, let it go, bro. Let it happen. We'll make something happen, man. I agree with this. I think they need to do that. So, they still need donations, man. The link is on our page. KJ and Marty post all the time. More donations, the more it helps. You know, feeding a lot of kids, traveling a lot of kids, housing a lot of kids, all that good stuff. So please, if you can still donate, hit the link, tap the link. It'd be much.
Hey, that before we go, anybody and everybody who helped donated to us to get to Florida, man. There's too many to name by name. After being down there and just seeing the type of money that was coming out of my fucking pocket, my coming out of my pocket.
He's fired, guys.
It means more than anything, because it was very, very expensive to get those kids down there and those parents, and we made it happen. It was because of the community. You, your families, and this area around here helped those boys get down there and enjoy that. Like I said, it was a lot of football. The only thing nobody really got to go see Disney World, or you got to go in the pool in whatever resort you stayed at. But
I saw y'all made all the old people and other kids that are visiting just not want to go to the pool. They were like,
no, we took over the pool. But you know what? Side note, this is totally off sports topic, but it's probably more bang for your buck down there when it comes to their resorts. When I say resorts, they have townhomes, and if you're from the East Coast, like what a real townhome, not a duplex or a fourplex, a townhome. They'd have townhome communities, yes. And within that community, you can rent out, which is usually cheaper than a hotel. You get like the pool we had at ours, where me and Hicks and Ferentz stayed at. Listen, they had a lazy river. They had 3 slides. They had a hot tub. Like they had an arcade for the kids. Like it was laid out.
way better than any like Airbnb service I've had, and I've been to a lot of them.
Yeah.
Bang for your buck. So if you go to Orlando, I know everybody wants to stay there because you want to be right there in the action. Man, listen, you better go get you one of them resorts.
Get you a resort. Hey,
Hey,
listen, whatever makes your money go further.
yes,
Do it. Do it.
we got, man, to be able to just take those kids. And it wasn't, like I said, it's different. We grew up, Will, where you just went to a regular 5-foot pool. We thought that was the greatest. These kids are on slides, floating down a lazy river. I'm like, what is
you got a lazy
this?
river. And the fact you said you got a lazy river, that furthermore, just let me know I need to be there.
So, and I say that to say, please help support these FBU boys so they can have that same thing, man. And shout out
An experience.
to the kids that also went out there and the FBU kids that are staying because luckily we have technology. They had study hall while we were out there, and the kids were knocking out homework, man. So
Good stuff, man.
good stuff. Okay, let's get back on topic. Holiday Bowl.
Holiday Bowl.
Thing on the agenda when we've been ranting. Hey, Holiday Bowl. Let's go. Will was there. I went back earlier today and got to go through the games to make sure I knew what I was talking about. But Will was on the ground. And he can give everybody the experience.
It was cold. I want to start off by saying my experience was cold. It was cold.
While I was in the pool, Will was in a hoodie in the cold.
In the cold. It's cold out there. All right. So big ups to all the parents, everybody that came to those earlier games for sure. But even then, the last game got cold. It only warmed up. I think the high was like 55, 56. So, but it was cold, man. And those kids battled it out. You wouldn't have told those kids that it was cold, especially in that flag game. Big ups to the Chiefs. Chiefs took that game. Great hard fought game. A lot of great flag pulling, a lot of great runs. Again, I highlighted the stars, who they were going to be, what they did, and it never lets you down. That man Ghost, big ups to Ghost. He still pulled it off, man. Timing and he got a little frustrated though. I think he did get a little frustrated on some of the play calls. But the spots, I'm not going to talk bad about referees, but the spots in that flag game were terrible.
And I'm looking at the film. When I was watching the film, it was both ways. I could see Coach King. If you've ever met him, he's usually a mild-mannered guy, man.
Yeah. No,
him and Mac were over there losing their mind on something.
Yeah. Again, hey, different style reps. I don't think they were even AAU refs, man. So it was just different style refs. But they found a way to make it happen. And my thing is, we're not talking like, oh, half a yard off marks. Like, no. Like 3 yards back marks. Like it was bad. It was bad. But hey, look, you got to deal with it. Ghost of them dealt with it, and they kept banging through the day, man. But yeah, it didn't matter. It was just bad. And again, big ups to all the teams that came out there and played through it, because that's what you got to do. You're not going to get a game, every game where you got amazing, excellent, top flight refs. You're going to get some games where.
Hey, and shout out little Alvin Kamara, man. I hear this all the time, and I want to speak on this because coaches tell me how frustrated they get with Ghost's. And the reason why Alvin Kamara busts out like he does is because of the line play. But little Alvin Kamara, they're like, he's not even that fast. Guess what? You still can't stop him. He scores every game. He wins every game.
I'm willing to say this. I hope these kids' parents are watching this. I'm going to say this, and I'm putting my money against little Alvin Kamara. I'm putting my money on number 10 from the Colts. That big boy, when I tell you that big boy was playing defensive tackle and would cut all the way back across the field and be the only one to catch this kid and get a flag. And I'm like, that's a tackle that went out there from the other side of the field and chased this man down and get his flag. Yeah, I'm putting my money on
That's my guy, Jerry, man.
Jerry, I'm putting my money on Jerry, man. Jerry showed
He did. Hey, listen, he did. Don't you take the shine away from little Alvin Kamara, though.
No. He is him. That is that.
Yes.
Okay. That's impressive.
And the line play of Ghost is something that don't get talked about. There's a reason why you coaches get so frustrated. Like, he's not even running that fast. Well, how do you think he got there?
Yes. Please. I mean, if you don't know what we're talking about, please go back and watch the 6U game. You will be amazed. You're going to be amazed at the stuff you see in that game from both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
Again,
and shout out to
Tate,
Coach Mack.
Yeah,
Coach Mack's team, though, I'm so amazed, especially in flag. Making open field tackles is hard.
hard.
But to make an open field flag, as many open field flags as his kids pulled,
Yep.
Listen, man, even me as an adult sometimes, I don't think I can pull some.
Dude, I agree. Again, my favorite flag puller on that game, the three numbers that I want to call out is their defensive tackle, Pierce, I think it's number 45, Tate, number 27, and then that man, number 3, man. But number 27, when it comes to open field flags, Tate, man, that kid stands his ground, and he just takes right angles. You know what I mean? Squares up with a kid and snatch flags. And that's hard to do, especially against Austin.
Yeah.
Just being honest. The kid's shifty. Like, it's hard to do that, man.
He will put you on a highlight and put you on the ground if you don't close that gap quickly.
Hey, great 6U game, man. Again, Chiefs pulling out, getting the rings. What's his name? Malachi Tate? Oh,
yeah, Malachi Tate. Okay.
Malachi Tate, yeah, man. Big ups to him. I'm gonna say his name. Make sure he's on there. Malachi Tate. Again, great job, man. Great job in doing what you do on the edge. We've seen it all year long. It's not nothing new, but
no. We're just
continually, to do it, man. That's a hard thing to do. So big ups to him, man. That was an amazing thing. And again, Jerry and Austin on the other end.
Big Rivers too. Big number 62. I think that's what really got it.
By the way.
Oh, Davion, yes. Davion is another one.
Too. Let's get that out of there. Yep.
Hey, big 62 on the Chiefs Rivers. Between him and Jerry, man, that's a lot of beef. But those boys move to the ball.
Facts.
Move to the ball.
I'm thinking about making a couple clips of Jerry, and y'all will see these outstanding flag pull. I mean, again, from where he started to where he started to where he ended up was absolutely amazing. So we'll make sure we put that out there for you guys. But the 6U rings go to the Chiefs. So I'm glad they got to go with that. Parents were extremely happy. Kids were extremely happy. You know, some things like that for a 6U kid, man, that installs the drive, because now the first time in their life when they're playing football, they won something, you know, extremely extraordinary.
Shout out to both teams, man. Shout out Ghost. Shout out Coach King, Coach Mack.
Yep. Everybody out there that weathered the weather.
Hey, AU. Mama, there goes that man. I had a bold prediction here on the show. Bold prediction with this future Heisman candidate.
Yep.
And it took a while for him to get going. But once he got going.
He did.
He got going.
He got going. That's it. That's all you can say about that game. He got going. He got going, man. It was a lot of good play, though, on both sides of the ball. Defensive wise was okay. Again, they stretched the ball out a lot more. I think that was something. If you want to put an opinion on it, man, they played the gaps more than they played the edges. So yeah.
Hey, shout out to the Bulldogs, man. After finally putting my eyes on the AU team, that was not a bad team. They kind of matched their older group, and them being disciplined and well coached, man. Like I said, I just think they let go of the edge too much, and even when Scat Pack that's what they call him, right? Scat Pack?
Good old Scat Pack, man.
When he got out, sometimes he would start off inside, and then when he would bust out, that's just
or he start outside and bust.
You bust it back. That's a kid that is going to be hard to deal with on the highest of levels. So, shout out to the Bulldogs, man, and it lets me know. And we haven't put eyes on them. Come preseason, Bulldogs, when we have tournament, come join us, man. Just like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Nolanville always helps us out with scrimmages and stuff like that. We would love to have you, especially watching the AU game and then seeing the 12. We'll talk about 12, but you guys have a well-coached organization, man. That's hard to do, especially, like I said, we didn't even know what league you guys came from. It wasn't out of disrespect. We just didn't know. The only Bulldogs we were familiar with were the junior Bulldogs, and we knew they were no longer around. So to see the 8U be that way was great, man. But shout out to the Jets for taking it home, man. What can you say, man? Between Scat Pack and Little Galladay and
I lost my bet, by the way. I lost my bet. Cole only got 2. I think he got 2 delayed games. But in my defense, he put the headset away and he went back on the field. So technically, I probably could have won it, but he put the headset away and he got back on the field. So I think that saved him a lot of delayed games. But Scat Pack, man, they really didn't even make it to a third down. Like, I ain't trying to be that guy, but they really didn't make it.
No. It's no disrespect. Like I said, it just is what it is. It's not a shot at the Bulldogs because that kid, when he steps into the regular season of next year, he came from, like I told y'all, he came from a place where he was doing that to kids in Georgia, and we'll have the Georgia conversation here in a little while. To come to Texas, another hard league, he's going to continue to do that, and we are fully behind. And I see it early. I got to get with Mom, whatever highlights she has. We're going to push that kid to the moon to make sure not only does he become a candidate, but that he wins that Heisman, man. Because we had little Lily this year bust out and almost do it. Hopefully, he can repeat that on the next age level. But I know for a fact.
Yep.
Little Scat Pack is going to be that guy.
It's going to be that guy. I agree with you, man. I totally agree with you on that. All right, man. So that was the AU outcome. Again, we appreciate the Bulldogs, man. Please stay in touch. I know some of y'all are in here. I know some of your parents came in and joined. I've seen it. We've been talking inside of the messenger and all that. So, again, welcome to you guys to the Saga, man. This is something that we do here in Central Texas for athletes, for our athletes, right? We try not to go up and down too much, but at the end of the day, we want to sit here and expose CTX.
Yes, so and we will. If you guys, we had a parent from the Bulldogs ask today, if you know, how do we get them out there? Send us some clips. We'll share it, man. And we want you guys more involved with the community, man, because like I said, you guys are coaching well over there, man. So the more we can learn from y'all and the more competition your kids can get when you guys enter league play, you'll be that much better. So
absolutely, man.
So 12U game was next.
12U game versus it was the Vipers
and the Bulldogs.
And
hey, shout out to our favorite sponsor, Bo, for getting that win. And a little bit of backstory. Me and Bo have had a couple conversations, and he hasn't expanded on a lot, but he had a bunch of first-year guys, man. And he really wanted to end this season on a positive note to give those guys kind of something to go into next year to be excited about. And he did that, man, by going and taking the Holiday Bowl. We'll get to the Bulldogs in a minute because there's nothing to hang their head about. I just wanted to show love and appreciation to Bo and that 12U. We're not going to get into that debate about, this is a postseason tournament. We're not going to get into that debate about who was there and who was what. Bo put together a team to go do positive things and roll into the new season next year on a positive note, and they accomplished that.
Yeah, agreed. I'm going there. The hell with that. All right. I'm going there. Big ups to my 11U Jets that were playing on that team. They showed out. You know what I'm saying? So
Big 7-2.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you guys came out. Big ups to you guys. Again, I think they were just outmatched, man. That's all it was. There's no shots at the Bulldogs, man. We got some insight.
Oh, they had, and because of their league play, they did have younger kids, so
things like that. But I will tell you this, man, and I keep saying it. I said this kid's name on camera. It was actually a lot of other kids that I could have said, but the one that stuck out to me the most was number 11 from the Bulldogs. That kid took a beating. When I say he took a beating, he didn't shy away from running in front of anybody or any of these big kids. He got hit senselessly multiple times and got up every time, shook it off, and said, "Hey, let's go." You know what I'm saying? I respect a kid like that, man. I think his last name was like Riser or something like that. But whoever he was, number 11, man, the kid had heart. Me and the camera crew saw it from the side. I know a lot of other coaches were saying the exact same thing. So big ups to him, man. I got Coach Marty jumping in here. Let me see what he got to say. Hold on. What's up, man?
What's going on, family?
What you got, brother?
Man, first and foremost, I want to shout out those Bulldogs, man. Those guys got heart.
Facts.
And I got a chance to talk to some of their coaches today. And matter of fact, I got some numbers that I want to put out that should be out there during the Texas All-Star tryout, man, because I know they got the potential to do it and possibly make the team. That would be number 11.
Facts.
My guy, number 25, Mr. Deuce. That's my dude right there. Number 10, 88, 77, and 98, man. I want to see them boys out there at the dang tryouts. Try to make this team, man. Get these cold boys out there. Experience this stuff.
Another one, too. Number 10. I think his name was number 10. Bigger guy.
Yep, number 10. Yeah.
That kid is nasty in the trenches. And I was shocked at his attitude and everything like that.
Yes.
Not being in our league, I didn't hear of him. So
hey, talk about giving our dudes some attitude.
Yeah.
Hey, that caught my eye real quick. I liked it. I loved it. And hey, that's the type of stuff we need in the All-Stars.
Absolutely.
I think he'll be a good addition.
Hayden Reiser. I think that's number 11, if I'm not mistaken. Hayden Reiser is in there. Amber may be the mom or something like that. But anyways, we got some names. If y'all know those kids' names, drop their names in the chat, man. Again, we want to get these guys out for your league and for more reps. I really think showcase, like Marty's been talking about with the coaches, things like that. Come out. This is a great season for you guys to come out, get this exposure, and not just exposure, but to be able to work with other kids in the area, more talented or less talented, but they can come together, camaraderie. It's camaraderie. Build a relationship with kids that don't play in their league, and this is what this is about. So please come out. It's in Temple Freedom Park, December 18th. That's this Saturday from 10 to 12. If you need any instructions, any help getting kids, message us. We can get to the directors and stuff and get some people that are carpooling if you can't make it. But please make sure you get those.
And hey, like we said, that game, especially with them being younger, man, it only helped, man. It only helped, bro.
Yeah,
it only helped. So,
again, those numbers are 11, 25, 10, 88, 77, 98. Get them boys out there. They deserve to be out there with these other kids that we got. And again, get them out there.
Furthermore, let you know, man, people in the stands are watching. They're looking, man. You never know who's out there. So please make sure y'all get out there to do that stuff, man.
Hey, that's all I got, man. Bert, congratulations over there, man. Get that second round ready because we taking them heads, bro. We taking heads.
Hey, I really want to do this second line. So, hey, I'm going to be cheering and yelling at the phone like y'all was doing for us, man. So let's bring it home, baby.
Oh, you already know, man. Peace and love. And one more thing. Come take flight.
JETS. That's it, man. Hey.
So shout out. Hey, we gave the Bulldogs love. I don't want to shy away from my dog Bo and his squad, though, man. So, like I said, shout out to those Bulldogs. Still well coached. Still nasty. Still aggressive. Like I said, they were just fighting an uphill battle to start, being the younger squad, being the smaller squad. Obviously, they were smaller because they were younger, but that takes nothing away from Bo, man, and his squad and his mindset of wanting to get those kids a positive experience to end the year on is the biggest thing, because environment and positive sports experience is not talked about enough. I've seen kids driven away from sports in general because of bad experiences, man. So shout out to Bo, man. Shout out to his kids and that staff for
all right,
bringing it home.
I'm going to address this. Listen. I'm going to address this because y'all keep bringing it up, and I get it. But damn that. Listen, I would have told my kids to do it too. I just wouldn't have told them the day of. Like, that's something you got to practice, right? Like, I agree. Like, you can't just go out there and say, "I'll start hitting them low." Like, I agree. You got to start practicing that. But the way y'all doing,
listen, I see both sides because even this weekend we faced a bigger team, and it always depends on the intent, right?
Right. That's how you got to live with it.
We saw the bigger running back, so I'm telling the defense, hey, and reminding Nate, like, hey, let's make sure we're telling them the emphasis is from the hip and below.
Facts. Not to
tackle. So we don't want to tackle high anyway, but from the hip and below, but just so we can get him down. But now there's a difference in, hey, go take his knees out. That's
and
different.
Again, that's what I'm trying to get at. Is like, listen,
Yeah.
the scheme of the chop block, I didn't disagree with, right? But we saw a kid almost get hurt because he chop blocked the wrong way.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah.
I was just like, hey, that's, if that's not, no disrespect, but if that's what they're teaching over there, do you? But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, was it a bad scheme to flip to if they were doing it correctly? Absolutely not. Listen, I'm saying,
but no, you as the coach,
Deuce big butt coming at me full steam. What?
But as the coach, Bo is doing the right thing. He's got to protect his guys, man. And there was a couple even I seen from the live, like, oh shoot, like, oh man, I thought his knee was about to come out. But like I said, I would hope to know, Bo. I've had a lot of conversations with that coaching staff. I don't think they're maliciously teaching that over there.
No. And again, I think we offered it. I talked to one of the coaches and said the same thing, man. Marty, I did offer you up, but you know what I'm saying? It's like if you don't have a true lineman coach, if you don't have people in the trenches that teach that stuff, they don't got to be on your organization. Just reach out. You know what I'm saying? Like, reach out. We can have people come out there and teach these kids something. Because at the end of the day, like, I saw a kid that almost went down because of it, right? And it wasn't that he was trying to. He just took the wrong angle, you know what I'm saying, wrong type of stuff. And I'm like, man, that could have ended bad for that kid. You know, it's just simple as that. So, again, please, if you can, if you want to teach these things, if you want to teach that next level of football, man, hey, we're here to help everybody, bro. Like, I don't want no kids ending their season over a broken collarbone or something because they didn't cut block right. Like, chop block, excuse me. That's just not fair.
So, shout out, Bo. Bulldogs, please keep in contact with us so we can get you guys involved with the rest of us in the community, because I think we can learn a lot from each other, because like I said, we have the respect I earned just from that Colts game alone about being on the sideline and watching you guys coach. You guys are well coached, but like I said, as a whole, everybody, we can learn so much. And like I said, we're bringing, if we can't find you a matchup with us, we're bringing teams from other places. We can give you the experience, man. And we just, especially what's going on at Cove High School, we got to start really stepping up the talent level of what's going on out there at Cove, man. Nice. Cove people used to move from Killeen to Cove just to be with that program, man. So even though we don't live there, man, we want to see Cove do well, because that helps the whole area, man.
Agreed, man. More attention, more money, more resources. So definitely, that's definitely something to talk about. But hey, and then in the end of that game, I cannot talk tonight, man. Hey, 12U Vipers pulled it off. Great job, guys. Again, keep winning, keep doing what you're doing. Give me my guys back, and we'll go from there. 10U, game of the night. 10U.
That was the game we hyped up, man. That was the game of the week. If we had a game of the week, that was it. I think the score, after watching the live, the score was not really it wasn't indicative of what we thought the game was going to be. But it was what it was, man. I haven't talked to none of those 10U guys yet. Well, actually, I just came from the house of one of my home guys, Sean, and we really didn't discuss that game. So I don't know, exactly schematically what they feel like they could have done better, man. But shout out to the Jets.
Yeah.
Bringing it home.
Hey, I watched that game, man, and I detailed that game, if I should say. I don't think it was an issue of talent. I think what it was is strategically in the pace that Webb moved those kids. That was not to be expected, bro. They literally ran 3 plays within like a minute and 20 seconds. Like,
that's a part of football that whether you can slow the clock down or where you can speed it up. And I was going to mention that. I have that in my notes that that a lot of people think they can run that kind of hurry up offense, but hurry up doesn't have to mean you leave 30 seconds on the clock. You're running a play every 5 seconds. No, but just changing the tempo of a game does wonders. Just like in our championship game.
Not just tempo, bro. They had 3-headed beast in the backfield.
Webb,
Tibbs, and Juice. Like,
that wears on you. That's what I'm saying, though. It is changing the tempo because that's hard to deal with, because when the play is coming so fast, that wears on you. And then when they've got the fresher backs and you're already getting worn on,
facts.
Hey, it shocked me. The linemen did work, and they went with a different game plan, man. That we thought this was going to be a full out get to the edge track meet. They started busting it up the middle. So we're going to go in these gaps.
They went straight up the gaps and got outside, man. Juice had a couple impressive runs. Tibbs had a couple impressive runs. Webb did his thing as usual. I mean, I was just shocked. But again, let's take those three guys out, right? Because we know their talent level. So let's just take those three guys out and let's look at the dirty. Which I'm going to call dirty is the receivers that were blocking did an amazing job of, again, not holding, not getting face masks, things like that. But that line, man, that line was just getting pushed. I know one of my guys, Dylan, was on their team. Again, he is a big lineman in training, and he has been getting beat up by bigger 11-year-olds all season long, and he loved it. He loved that he got to play, same age group kids, but he also understood, and from what he told me, the fundamentals, like, hey, getting inside, understanding how to drive and push and, exploding off the ball, where he was getting hit in the mouth every play on 11U because they were just getting off the ball faster than him. But, man, hey, the guy did a great job. The rest of the line did a great job. It was just too hard to control, man. I mean, realistically, it was just too much. Getting to the edge and just going. There you go. That's what that game consisted of. Tempo and just getting to the edge and go. So big ups to Webb, man. 10U team, work that out. I want to say something to, again, Major and Fat. Listen, I said it on my live. I said it. By the way, Shade. Ryder Shade, big 5'5" coming through defensive line a lot. That's a big step up, especially playing against kids bigger than him. But I want to put this out there, man, for Vipers. And my two favorites still never let me down. All right. It may not look like the typical game, but I'm going to highlight Fat on this, man. There was not one easy play for him. Not one easy play for him. And even when he was hit 3 to 4 yards behind the line, he found a way to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Like
that's huge.
I support those kids, man. I had to, if you hear me on my stream, I could see that Major got a little frustrated. Again, he wasn't getting as much time and things that he usually gets. But once he calmed down and made the reads that he normally does, he started to get into it. Again, a couple of drop passes and things like that. Unfortunate events with blocking and Webb and them sitting in the house a lot of times, man, that worked out on their favor. So I don't want to say anything. It's nothing bad against those kids. They hadn't really came across a team that ran, I want to say, stunts the way that they did in that aspect of it. But again, they fought hard, man. They kept banging. And definitely, man, I want to give credit where credit is due. Even if you didn't see it on film, you got to look at the meticulous things, like with Fat, is simply getting, when there's nothing, get something. Falling forward. Little things like that just we don't teach that to a lot of 10-year-olds, man, and he picks it up so naturally. And same thing with Major, man. I mean, hey, you sit in the pocket, you wait for it, and if it's not there, you don't just run out. You just get out, try to find a play, and if not, keep moving. And the little things like that impressed me because I didn't see it during the season because they were just so, the 1-2 punch during the season. But in this game, when they weren't the 1-2 punch, it definitely, it brought out a lot more of those small qualities in those kids, man. So, hey, big ups to the Vipers, all the kids that played, not just those two. I mean, those two stood out to me the most.
Hey,
all those kids.
They great way to end the season for the Vipers. Great way to end the season for the Jets.
Yep.
I'm gonna just put this on film now because now we get a full off season with the show.
Yep.
This 10U Vipers team, if you don't know, is bottom heavy, right?
Yep.
The type of show that you've seen with that 10U Chiefs, this team, I promise you, especially with those kids they got and whatever pieces they add to that team, they are going to be the show to watch on 10U next year. The show.
I agree.
The show.
I agree.
And then when I made that post about, I'd made a post about making sure all of Central Texas came to Florida. That was one of the teams I had in mind, was that 10U down there in Florida handling business. They are going to be the show. Listen to what I tell you.
Agreed.
They are going to be the show.
Yep. No, I agree, man. Big ups to that coaching staff for still continuing to train and work with those kids. Y'all are doing an amazing job with those kids. Keep those kids together so they can continue to grow because they got a lot of chemistry on that team, man. They got a lot of chemistry on that team. So again, adding a piece, you're going to lose a couple as well, but add a piece or two, and I think you're going to have a very, very high-powered offense, and that translates to defense type of team. So big ups to the Vipers, Polite. And Miss Polite, wilding out on the sideline all night long, man. Again, that organization is just exciting, dude. They're really good people, and they definitely support their kids, man. So keep rocking with those coaches, keep rocking with that staff, man. And as an organization, job well done, man. That's my salute to the Vipers. There it is. I said
there it is.
All right. So Holiday Bowl, man, got 4 sets of rings went out. Big ups to the Coppers Cove Colts, for putting that on, Rick Ott. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate everything you're doing. We're definitely going to help you grow that, as well as get more involved with it, things like that. So big ups. Those rings look good too, by the way, man.
They do. My youngest got his. He got off the plane this morning. Team mom Christina made sure she gave Sophia the ring, and we got it tonight, man. And the joy on his face. Me, Dad was like, bro, you weren't even there to earn that ring, but he was excited, so I just left it alone.
Hey,
I just left it alone.
I got your ring, bro. I got you a ring, bro. Rick made sure that I got you a ring. All right, so you have a ring.
Oh, there we go.
He did a lot of love, man. He showed the Saga some love and gave me and you a ring.
Hey, shout out to Rick, man. Rick is, I love Rick because Rick doesn't get involved with none of our BS.
Yep.
He does his own thing.
He watches the show on like Thursdays and Mondays or something. Tuesdays.
Right, yeah, randomly, yeah. But what he put together, man, a lot of us have talked about it. He quietly just talked to himself and say, hey, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to be about it. So we have had preliminary talks about, and people want to move it to the preseason. I think we can have both. With the postseason having the lineman challenge, and the preseason kind of making it, getting that along with Kendrick and Cleo's preseason, building those two up so we can start driving and bringing more teams here. I think that's kind of what happened to Kendrick and Cleo. They do an annual preseason jamboree every year. I think people are kind of get tired of facing each other. But like I said, with the contacts we've made at Nationals, the contacts the Jets have made in their league, the contacts Cleo and them are about to make out there in West Coast Nationals, I think we're going to be able to start bringing in some other teams. And like, they don't have to be like, oh my God, SED. No, it might not be those, but guess what? We're going to bring quality football teams to the area, man. And we don't have to go outside the area all the time to do everything and participate.
Oh,
forget going to Round Rock. We'll create our own Round Rock.
Yeah. Hey, I forgot to mention this. Appreciate you dropping that in here, Enrique. Hey, Rick gave our cheerleaders rings because of the fact they were the only cheer squad that came out to support. By the way, they came out to support in the cold weather and still cheered. So he gave those guys rings as well, man. So big ups to you, Rick, again, man. And I know the girls had loved it, and they were shocked to get one. They were just out there to support, and they ended up going home with some jewelry as well. So big ups to you guys, man. Steve said we have teams from Vegas that want to come down. And again, we need to open it up, man. The problem is we have Charles, Stephen Charles, Nolanville Cowboys. So
there we go, Steve. Let's do it.
Yeah. Steve, I need to get with you too, man. We need to put you in this.
Oh, that's why we're not mentioning the Nolanville Cowboys, because Steve is such a humble guy. They had their own holiday postseason bowl.
Oh yeah,
with the Lions. Yes, with the Lions. And the great thing about what they did, man, is kind of like what Rick did, but man, they fundraise for Christmas, man. So shout out to you guys for that and the Lions organization, man. I think Nolanville is going to kind of pick an org every year to do it with, man. I love it, man. And Steve, if you can get the contacts you made when you guys went out to Arizona to bring those teams down here, so when we do have this preseason Holiday Bowl, man, might probably talk to Rick. He's maybe call it something else. But if you can get them down there, man, we're dead serious. We're not, a lot of people talk, but we're gonna with Bo and Polite and some of the people
Family
we've
we
already
built.
talked
Like you
to,
said,
yeah,
and the
we've
family
talked
we
to,
built.
yeah, we've talked to. This is going to happen. So we wanted to do in order to help, and with the same way, take some of those same teams and put them in the jamboree with Cleo and Kendrick, so we can really start having the competition around here that we need. Like I said, now we just got to get the city and the school district behind us, so we can start using some of these fields.
We're working on that too, man. Hey, we're working on that. I talked to Kendrick about that at Showcase. He's working hard, man. Big ups to Kendrick. I know Kendrick doesn't do a lot of social media, so he doesn't come on the show, or you probably won't watching the show. But man, if y'all see Kendrick around here, if you are any part of any organization around here, thank that man. That man is, I mean, he fights for us behind closed doors, and y'all don't even know it. He's at town hall meetings. He's at the school districts. He's trying to find all this free money and put it towards youth sports and youth athletics and everything. And we try to support him when we can, but the man's got more time than I do for sure. And so again, he's gave me some updates and things that, man, I'm just so appreciative of, because that's what we need to be. He's always looking for support to come down there and back him. For again getting the
For
city
sure. Well, this is another thing. They had a meeting last week over at JPLC, man. Kind of all the nonprofits in the area to discuss all those things. I'm not at liberty to tell you exactly how the meeting was, but like I said, Kendrick does go down there and fight, but we got to also take it on ourselves, man, when having these orgs to fight. The only way that they're ever going to listen to us if we come out in numbers, man. And if it continues to go the way that goes with access to these facilities in this area, it shouldn't be this hard. I don't care what anybody says. You can give me the political answer. I've been to multiple states and multiple venues. The place we played at that looked like Round Rock was actually a city park in Florida. Imagine that, right? So between the school district and the city, there's a lot of political red tape that goes behind all of that. Like I said, there's also been instances where we have not held each other accountable and taken care of facilities. I get that part. It shouldn't be this hard. 40% of organizations' money should not go to these facilities. It has to get better. And until then, we will continue to take our money and resources to other cities and build them up until they can get with the program. I say that to say
Round Rock will gladly take it.
Yeah, right. I say that to say these school board meetings, when they have these meetings, you can sign up, you can go, and you can speak your piece, man. The more we do this, and at city council meetings, the more we do this, the more we get. We can't continue to just try to fight all this red tape. Shout out to Kendrick for always fighting the good fight, man. But it can't be one person. And like I said, not everybody always has the same opinion. I love what Kendrick does. At the same time, I think a lot of the stuff that the city and the school district does, and I would say it on a public platform, they make it too difficult when dealing with kids. If it's not too difficult with the paperwork and stuff for KSD, is great. It's easy. It's the prices. I know for basketball wise, we're already budgeting. I won't give you a firm number just so you won't get inside business, but 45% of the money raised from families and fundraisers should not go to facilities. That is outrageous. The other cities around us and in other states are showing us the way. It's outrageous. They're showing us the way how to do this. Like I said, we played in a city park. The football fields was owned by the city. I talked to the AAU guy. He's like, man, they work with us easily to make sure we get it. As long as we clean it up, they have no problem letting us host this here. I'm like, what? I said, man, we can barely get a gym back home with the city. You know what I mean? So this is opinion only of me, David, and David Burke only. But I have to say it on a public platform because this is what this platform is for. I deal with these kids year-round, multiple sports. We want to talk about competition and this and that and this and that. Facilities is really what's killing us, man. So if it wasn't for guys like Doc and I Train You and all
Right.
these other facilities where we have to like go to private people to do it, meanwhile we're paying more and more every year in taxes,
Yep.
but we can't
That's
get our kids access,
to
easy
public stuff.
access
To public
to
stuff.
public stuff,
Mhm.
school district included. No, we have to take 40% of our nonprofit money that gets donated to us or that the parents pay into to do that. Then that's 40% gone. So let's not even talk about the uniforms,
All the other
refs,
stuff. Yeah. Yep.
concessions, and all the other stuff that goes on. Like I said, they
I
make
hope
it
they get
really
back.
they
I
really
hope
hard.
they make it back.
And I won't ever put nobody on blast, but even the people who have great relationships with the district, if you have a private conversation with them, they will tell you, man, that hopefully, they can start making this a little bit easier for everybody. All right, I'm done.
Great. That's Burke's Corner. I like to say to myself, on behalf of Will, don't raise my taxes. But we understand, man. We absolutely understand. It's a talk that's been again real shadowed and overlooked. It's something that we as parents and city members, we need to step up and kind of be involved with, especially since we have all these great plans. I say that being that, Burke, me and you are trying to host certain things that we already can see out of our pockets. It's just like,
Yeah,
man,
it's
bro, if we don't get an
astronomical.
outcome on this is purely out of our pockets. Like,
Yeah, hey.
this is
And like
so,
the football side of things, I will say the football seems the streamline with the district is good, right? They
Yep.
set their prices. The paperwork is easy. You get it in on a certain time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all the other facilities, and I'm mainly talking to the city. And I know basketball wise, it's horrific to start summer basketball from maybe like January all the way to August. It's astronomical, and the city refuses to build anything. They just passed a bond to build old people stuff. The elderly they got all the amenities, right? These
Yeah,
kids, you want them out of the street and stop
We
busting
just-
each other over the head,
all right.
but there's no facilities, nothing.
I just got it. What we need to do is we need to do a fundraiser at the elderly place and tell the elderly people to tell them to get us football fields.
Hey man,
I'm done.
we gotta do something. We're beating a dead horse. I say that to
I
say,
get it.
be proactive in voting, knowing who you're voting for on the school board, know who you're voting for on the city council. I'm not talking about presidentials, Republican, Democrats. I'm not talking about none of that. In Texas, if you know the state of Texas and you go back to your history class, you guys, I know they teach Texas government here, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, Texas is a limited government state, right? So the power is within the municipalities. So
Yep.
a lot of times we just go vote for people my friend knows him, so I'm gonna vote for him. You don't ever go look at what they stand on, what they're trying to do education wise. Our city council has been trying to balance the budget for the past 6 years, right?
Yep.
Still hasn't fixed roads, right?
Yep.
So know who you're voting for. The power in this state is within the small government, meaning your city. Know who you're voting for so we can start changing and get behind candidates who are looking to help these kids. We have a problem with all these kids shooting and killing each other, right?
Facts.
But we also don't have
The
any
resources to get
candidates
them out there.
no candidates standing there trying to find resources and funding to help steer these kids in the right direction. And when you have volunteers like us, because a lot of us that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
I know me and Will do not get paid. And Will do not get paid.
Facts. I don't get paid. And if I'm missing out on something, I'm gonna shut all this down.
Right. Me and Will do not get paid, and we spend our hard-earned time away from our families to try to influence and better, and just like the rest of you coaches do, to better people's lives. There's a kid in your organization right now that's struggling.
Yep.
He's in that single-parent household. He's causing havoc at school. His grades are below average. The only thing that ties you to him is them sports, right?
Yep.
What amenities is this area giving you to help try to do that, man? That's what Reach Run Teach One is for, right? But these are all private entities, right?
Where's the funding from cities?
Right.
Yep.
Where's the funding for the city for that?
Yep.
Right? Okay, we're done. I'll keep going.
No.
Man. I'll
Hey,
keep going.
Look, Burke's Corner is good, man. Hey, that's what you get your own corner for, man. We talk about this all the time, right? This is what it's for, man. This is what it grows for, man. I am extremely excited about all the things that are coming for our city, whether they help us or not, man. Truth be told,
That's what I said. This is going to happen between the people we know behind the scenes. This will happen. So whether it's in Killeen, Temple Heights, Nolanville, it will happen. So the preseason work is coming. The lineman challenge is coming. The All-Star game, we've also talked about that. Having our own Central Texas showcase is coming. We don't have to go anywhere. If you'd like to go somewhere, we're going to rock with you and support you. Yes.
We're still going to go out of town to get more people to come out.
But we also want to start having more stuff here locally for the camaraderie, just for the area, man.
Facts. All right, man. Hey, we're reaching an hour 26, man. So I'm big ups, man. It's the longest show we've done in a little while, man. We got a lot of viewers still in here too, man. Again, appreciate everybody jumping in from Facebook and YouTube. I know I got a couple likes on Twitter as well. If y'all aren't following those platforms, the TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, what else we got? Did I miss something? Whatever. Those at least.
That's all of them.
YouTube.
That's all of
YouTube. That's what it was. YouTube. Make sure y'all are following them all the same, man. At the CTX Sports Saga. Just type it in. They'll find me. You'll see the logo.
Hey, right, if you see, if my kids should be back, the Mayu kids, baby, should be back at school tomorrow. If you happen to run into any of them, give them a big hug, man. Tell them congratulations, man, and let them know how proud you are from this area. Same with 10U, same with 12U. Let's get ready to support FBU. Let's get ready to support Cleo and them, and let's get ready to support everybody, man.
Yep. Hey, last couple announcements. Coaches, if you're in here, we had talked about this. We're going to do a reunion style broadcast or show one night.
We've already talked to Edward. We got the camera set up.
We got the camera set up. We got the location where we can film this at as well. I just need the participation from the coaches, man. We will be a Q&A style, but we're a lot of just in-house talking between organization, what's going on, what's your plans, what you want to do next year, what your growth and decline was like, things like that. What message you want to put out?
That's how we're going to do it. We will start out and go with each every organization, talk about their year, kind of your own recruiting pitch. And we want everybody involved so nobody can say, hey, you guys are biased. No, we're going to have, you're all going to be able to recruit.
Definitely BYOB.
Yes.
Definitely.
You're going to recruit. And then afterwards, whoever shoots us questions, we're going to do Q&A. And whoever volunteers to answer, they're going to answer. We're not going to let it get off the rails. But
No. Listen, the questions will be screened. I'm going to tell you right now. Questions will be screened. We're going to let parents in here. We're going to let everybody in here to get their questions out, what you think that needs to be said or heard from the coaches, right? And if you got a topic that we think we should all discuss, we'll take a couple minutes and do that. When I say a couple minutes, I'm literally bringing the timer because y'all like to talk. All right, I done been in the parking lot with y'all. Some of y'all can talk. We can put a timer out. So, hey, coaches, president. Again, I would rather have a president and at least two coaches. You know what I mean? That would be something that is very wise. And you got your higher up who knows the organization, what he wants for his organization. But then you got the active coaches that are in there, again, representing for the other coaches that are there. So please.
And presidents, your coaches. Don't bring the wild one of the bunch up there, okay?
I mean, you can, but it's your face. It's your front.
Right. So this is an open recruiting pitch for every organization. We want Nolanville Cowboys. We want Bulldogs. We want Jets. We want Chiefs. You bring that wild child up there, and then parents look at it like, oh, well, we know where we will not be going.
So, hey, that's something I'm going to put on here before we get out of here, man. But again, thank you all for jumping in here. If you're in here, please try to drop a like, heart, something on the emoji. Drop a comment in here just in case on the way out so we can fill our Facebook algorithms. Extremely proud of the growth that the show is getting. We are over 700 some odd followers, man. We are getting where we wanted to be. I like to remind people, we started this in September. This show started in September, and we're over 700 plus, man. So I'm personally grateful. I know Burke is. We talk about it all the time. We are extremely grateful.
Hey, the love we got on the Holiday Bowl streams and the outpouring we got on those streams down there in Florida, man.
Can't
It
be
can
matched.
never be. It can never be repaid, man. So
Facts.
that's you guys. That ain't us.
That's it.
This is just the platform. That's
Yep.
you guys, man.
That's
And
all
we
we
are
ever said.
happy.
Just the
We
platform, man. That's
That's
it.
it. We happy to bring able to allow you to see those babies shine, man.
Facts, man. Other than that, man, if you guys got, what do you say? We would be in San Marcos for a football tournament, looking to bring some championship back to the area. Hey, go get it,
There
man.
you go. Hey,
Go get it, man.
so Mr. Steve, with you also,
We need
can
to
you
put him in the
please?
circle. We need to
Yes,
put him in the circle.
can you please get with one of your parents? Get with us in the inbox. Get the live stream going. We'll promote it. Send us the flyer. And we want to get that live stream shared to the page so we can get your numbers up, not to see who had the most numbers, but so your
Sure.
parents and everybody in the area can
Yep.
support you guys.
Yep. I agree, man. I agree, bro. So we'll definitely get there. All Star is Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, right? Saturday the 18th. It is Saturday the 18th. Please check the page for the flyer. We'll get it out there. Joe, Cleo, if any of y'all out there, man, any of those coaches, Gamble too as well. If you got it, go tag us in it. Go tag everybody everywhere. We'll try to share it to every page we can. But we are Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, Saturday. I think it's Saturday, right? Am I saying this right?
Yeah.
Saturday.
I can't look at my calendar right now, but I'm pretty
All right.
sure, yes.
Yeah, well, you're driving around in circles, but yes. Sophie, I'm telling on him. He's just driving around the block, bro. That's it. He's just driving around the
Hey,
circle.
well, hey, listen. You know how them kids are gonna be in there. Hey, the boom boom room will recommence once back in the new house. All right.
All right, I agree, man. Hey, look, we get the lights going. Y'all gonna have a great opening night there. Let me know when we be there. Pop bottles. I know he is. All right, man. Hey, thanks for everybody joining, guys. If you guys got any questions, man, please feel free to tap the page, tap the inbox. If you got us following us personally, you can let us know there. We'd rather do it on the page because then multiple people can see it, just in case I'm not. All the admins, the mods can answer as well. So you'll get a way quicker response than trying to chase me down, especially trying to close out the year at my job. So All-Star game, AAU All-Star game is this weekend, Marcus said.
Yes.
All-Star
They will be live streaming it.
That's facts.
I talked to Reggie, man. Me and Edward tried to get up there and bring our live streaming platform up there. He already had a guy. So we've talked about doing some work later on the road. Semi-Pro Live, when they go live with those streams on Sunday, we will be restreaming those games to our page to get those numbers up. Like I said, because we're not haters. We don't care who does it. We just wanted to make sure there was a stream there, right?
Facts.
And I've talked to the guy from Semi-Pro Live, great dude. So Semi-Pro Live will be doing all the All-Star games from top to bottom. We will share every game to the page on Sunday.
All right, man. There it is. Hey, Joseph, I want to give you a heads up too, man. Cowboy Stadium, Fresno is not the most signal-friendly place. It's not. So just want to give you.
It is not. Hey, you better tap into that Wi-Fi. Hey,
tap that Wi-Fi. They got the
first
Wi-Fi up there.
Yeah.
Hey, so don't worry.
The first question I had. Well, hey, you gonna let us tap into the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, they definitely. We were trying to record it a year before ago, whatever, 2 years ago, and yeah, no, didn't matter what service you had. So, hey, again, appreciate you guys joining in. If you got any questions about anything, y'all want to put anything out on the page, let us know. We will obviously and always share everything we have, any information that's coming out. Any trainers that are in here, share your information to the page. We want to get these parents informed. All right. Saga too. You got anything else, man? I'm on my way out.
I've talked enough tonight, man. Appreciate the love, man.
Hey, I agree. Now go in the house, bro. For Sophia, for my son, keep your butt, man. All right. Hey, appreciate y'all coming through here again. Please tap the follow button if you're not following on the way up out of here. If you are following, continue to follow. Cut those notifications on, and we're gonna rock out, man. Y'all be safe.
East Texas, West Texas, Dallas, Houston, Central Texas, you are now tuned in to CTX Sports Saga, the #1 place for youth sports recaps, news, predictions, all that other good stuff dealing with all the youth. Because you know the youth is the future. Exposure that kids need. Let's go.